Hey guys, welcome back to SoBackSports, and I'm SoBack with another video. And today we got some breaking news in with regards to the Chicago Bears staff. Eric Bieniemy is our new running backs coach, adding on to the list of great hires that Ben Johnson has made. But before we get into today's video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. It really helps me create content like this. So please do subscribe, and let's get on with the video. So as you can see, Eric Bieniemy is currently going to be the new running backs coach. And we all know him from his stints with the Kansas City Chiefs, winning 2 Super Bowls with them under Andy Reid, and then going to be the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders for a year. And then, eventually making his time in being the offensive coordinator and assistant head coach for the UCLA Bruins in the college football. But hearing this news, because a year ago today, I think a lot of us had Eric Bieniemy, especially Bears fans, had Eric Bieniemy to be the next offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears, and that's me included because I thought that from Washington he will get an opportunity to work with whoever is going to be the next quarterback, which was indeed Caleb Williams. But then it turned out that he ended up not getting any offers and eventually making his way back to UCLA. And as you can see from the tweet, that he's had a plethora of experiences. And listen, I made this post a while ago, so please always hit that follow button as well. And you see, he was a running back, has very solid experience as a running back between 1991 and 1999. Was in the Colorado running backs coach between 2001 and 2002. Went through UCLA, Minnesota, Colorado again, obviously through Kansas City and Washington, and then UCLA again. So he's been around in the league for quite some time, and he's had a lot of experience when it comes to the running back position, not only playing in the running back position, but also coaching it as well. And that's what's going to be very key for the Chicago Bears going forward. Because if we look at the Chicago Bears currently, this past season, they had a tough time with the run game. And that's been a key issue alongside the offensive line that has to be addressed. And whether we decide to move off of Swift or go for someone in the draft or just utilize the talent that we have currently, it really just depends on good run scheming and run blocking and whatnot from the offensive line standpoint. But utilizing the running backs that we currently have to play the best that they possibly can is what's going to eventually lead us to, winning games when it really matters, when the passing game isn't working and you really do have to rely on the run game. And what Eric Bieniemy brings is that he brings a unique scheme. He really didn't really have such a good time when it comes to his time in Washington and especially at UCLA, but he tends to be a coach that coaches really hard in extreme cases. And I think that could be a double-edged sword in a sense because you obviously want the coach that can really coach really hard and gets the best out of their players, even if it means tough love. But you have to also take into account how even then you have to there's a certain level there's certain extreme you really can't cross. And I think at some point a lot of reports that come out saying that he's not very, you know he's very extreme with players, very rash, and it turns out to be like something so intricate in terms of an offensive standpoint that it turns into something that players get turned off by, which is fair in certain instances. But I think that in this case, the Chicago Bears really need that guy to be, that has the experience, that has, the pedigree and the ability to coach hard as well. And that's what they've been looking for all year, begging Shane Waldron, begging anyone to really just coach them and be more disciplined and being more diligent when it comes to practice and whatnot. And I think Eric Bieniemy does bring that level of discipline and, extreme, you know, tough love, and that's what we really need. And the experience, like I said, explains for itself because he's going to be pretty solid. He knows his way around the league, whether it's to the NFL and to college football. I think he's going to be pretty solid. And listen, at the end of the day, let's not overreact in this because he's just the running backs coach, like just the running backs coach. So he's not going to have an insane role, but Ben Johnson hiring him shows that he's trying to get as many people on board that have that experience. He has 2 Super Bowls under his name as the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. And yes, it was under Andy Reid, who is already a great play caller. But having that information, having that knowledge, and then going into the system with the Chicago Bears, where you have a bunch of weapons, unlike what you did in the Commanders, you can say Scary Terry was definitely a weapon for him. But I still think that Chicago has Roma Dunze, um, DJ Moore as wide receivers, DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson as the running backs, and then you have something to work with when it comes to uh, a right tackle in Darnell Wright. And then when you address the rest of the offensive line in the draft, this could be a very good move going forward for the run game. And I think the run game really needs someone like Eric Bieniemy. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. At the end of the day, Ben Johnson is going to be calling the plays, and I just think that this is going to be a pretty solid hire. And let's look at the staff as it is right now. Let's hear this one real quick. Let's Thanks to Boog CB. Go follow him. He's really good when it comes to content as well. We have Ben Johnson as head coach, Dennis Allen, Al Harris as DB's coach, Declan Doyle as the offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy as the running backs coordinator, Antoine Randall L, wide receiver coordinator, JT Barrett, QB's coach, Press Taylor. I forgot what he was for. I forgot why we hired him again. But Richard Hightower as special teams. Like this is a solid group so far. And right now we're still waiting on the offensive line coach. That's going to be a very key piece to this offense. So let me know what you guys think about this hire, about Eric Bieniemy. Always remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.